Okay.
All right, so now we're officially recording. Should we wait another 5 minutes to see if we'll get a couple new people on, and then we can just at least do introductions for ourselves, so when people watch the recording, they know who the well, 5 or 6 of us are, and we can at least get that out of the way.
We could. Okay. Hold on. Really?
Um, Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, my I have a friend who says he's participating or he's supposed to join the meeting, but the link he's clicking is requesting for a password. I don't know what we should do about it.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Well, no, it will if they don't use the invite
Right.
link, and so they use the wrong link. Here, let me send the password, and you can send that around.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Well, that's very good to know.
So, does somebody want to type in the password? It's 112972, and I will update that to be something simpler, like 1 2 3 4. Thank you, Amanda.
Okay, 112972.
Yes.
Adam, could you put that up on Slack?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Sky Survey channel. Thank
My
you.
Slack won't connect for some reason. I will try this. Anybody having any other internet issues? No one else.
I want to
Just me.
die.
Right.
No, I'm not all right.
What's wrong?
They had like a meeting about the proposed change to the prelim exam for like the current second years, and then I don't know about our year. And like they proposed like an insane option. They're like, do 14 questions in 3 hours and only have practice questions for the second years right now in the middle of the semester, which is bonkers.
Okay.
And right now I'm very much doubting and not doubting my decision to go to grad school.
It'll be
Slash Michigan. I should have gone to Northwestern where there is no prelim.
Well, you won't get any arguments with me there. No, I had a bias for within driving distance. All right. Why don't we go ahead and get started though? We're gonna do counseling with poor Katya later. Quit reading your email. It'll hurt less then. All right. Well, are we recording?
Yep.
Okay. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. And hold on, I'll just put me on. I'll get me on a. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Meredith, and I am maybe the president and director of education here at GLAS Education, and I'm also a governing board member on the North American Regional Office of Astronomy for Development, which is responsible for bringing us all together with the West African Road and the Southern African Road offices. So we're really excited about this project, but I'm really not the leader of it. I just here to take notes and have fun. And the real leaders of the project will introduce themselves now. Go ahead, Amanda, go. There.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda. I am currently a graduate student working in physics and astronomy, but I have been dedicating a lot of time to working on cool projects with the GLAS office and our collaborators in Africa. So I'm very excited to be here. This is always really fun. It's always the highlight of my day. And I hope that you guys will both learn a lot and become sort of leaders in your field. And it's very exciting. So anyway, that's me.
All right, I'll go next. So let me swap cameras.
Okay. They can.
They can see me. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Adam. I work here at the GLAS office. I am the outreach and planetarium specialist here at GLAS Education. So I will be the go-to person for any questions or help you need. I'm always on Slack, so you always feel free to reach out to me. And I'm really excited to have a bunch of new people on here and get going with a big group and to have our observing nights back hopefully soon.
And did we send that code out on Slack?
Yep.
Okay, in case anyone's stuck. Katya, you can
Katya,
come
you're
around
up.
to my camera.
You can
So-
also just look
or
up there. if you
stand
want.
up.
I'm
yeah.
just gonna look up there. Hello. Oh, John Mulaney has joined us.
I love it.
I knew it was Jaden. Hello, I'm Katya. I'm a first year grad student at the University of Michigan in astronomy and astrophysics. I've been working with Kate for like 4 years now, ever since I came to Yerkes at the end of my first year of college. I went to Chicago for undergrad, and I do everything basically. I
Okay,
work
great.
on like 20 different projects here. It's a lot of fun. I'm also very enthusiastic and jumpy and crazy.
Okay, is Jaden, are you at a spot that you can say hello?
Sure. Hi, I'm Jaden. I'm a second year at the University of Chicago. Over the summer, I did an internship with GLAS. And yeah.
And Jaden is responsible for the majority of the all the resources that we're going to go through today that are on the Google Classroom, or as we call it, the GLAS room. And so we'll go over some of that today. And so here at GLAS, we used to be at an observatory just down the road, and it was 125 years old, and the University of Chicago decided to close it. So we are here in a different building for a while, but we're hoping to go back. We are lucky enough to get to use a telescope in Sonoma, California to do student research with, and we do a lot of other outreach projects. We do a lot of work in sonification, so changing data into sound. We do a lot of work in making astronomy accessible for blind, visually impaired, and deaf and hard of hearing students. And we do a lot of high school student projects, and we do work with dark skies, so light pollution projects and education. So we're really busy here, and we're really lucky to have just a super great team and be working on all sorts of stuff. So what's next up? We want to get
The next leader of the group. We have two of our leaders on with us. So Namika or Raphael, who wants to introduce themselves next? You're both muted if one of you's talking. Simply ask them to unmute.
Yes. So while we're unmuting those guys and getting them to talk, we have a group of people who have been working with us for 9 months now, and they have done a lot of very interesting work, and they know, what we know about how to run this telescope, and so they're going to be a big part of the team. A big part of the team that gets projects going. So, we ready to have someone else introduce here? Oh, good.
Raphael.
Raphael.
Hello.
Whoa.
Good evening. My name is Raphael. I'm from I am an undergraduate student at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and I'm studying physics and astronomy. And I have been working with GLAS Education for the past few months. So I actually I've learned a lot from them, and I hope to work with you guys and work with everyone on this project. Nice seeing everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Raphael.
Raphael.
Oh, good. Now we're getting the people on.
Good.
Okay, looks like I'm next, but I don't have visuals here because it's
Okay.
dark where I am. So, but my picture is there, so I look just like what I look like. Yeah.
Nice.
Although I may seem a bit not like that, in real life, but then almost the same. So my name is Nemeka Jokwachu. I'm a postgraduate student of Space and Atmospheric Physics, University of Nigeria. I because of the nature of my work, I've gotten so interested in astronomy lately, and it's a beautiful thing that I came across this team of wonderful persons at GLAS, and for the past few months they made COVID break so interesting, and every Thursday had good memories, and we'll be working together to to break through in so much in the line of physics and research and astronomy and all. So it's very nice to be a part of this team, and I've really had fun. I've learned so much, and I still intend to learn more. And then with the whole encouragement and support we have here, I know that we are going to break even towards our aims and objectives and missions of this project. So I want to say thank you to the our existing team, and say welcome to the new team. Thank you.
So beautiful.
Awesome. Before we go to the introductions with everyone else, what I'd really like to show you guys all is, and if somebody else has those slides up, because I don't think Mika or Raphael have them. Can you just show the slides of their work?
Yeah.
From their presentation. So what we are hoping to support everyone in doing is learning how to operate a half-meter telescope that's in Sonoma, California through the internet, and learning how to do everything that is required to do your own astronomy research. We've got some projects that you can join, and we're going to do a lot of learning. And I know that people are coming in. Some people have never done an astronomy class before, and some people have degrees in astronomy already, but just want to be here for the research. So there's lots of different reasons why people want to be here, but one of our ultimate goals is to make sure people get a chance to show off what they've learned, and so that they build their resumes and share their knowledge with others. So recently, our team, you can see them listed here, got a chance to present at the American Astronomical Society of the Pacific meeting, and also presented, where else was that? The Nigerian.
Yeah, it was ASN, so the Astronomical Society of Nigeria.
Okay, so the present, and that's really an important part of your career, whether or not you are an amateur astronomer or want to be a professional, or if you want to go into another career, the fact that you have shared your knowledge is important. So do you want to explain more about this?
About the presentation,
Yeah,
or about
or,
the Slack or classroom?
The just presentation.
All right. So for any of you who are not familiar, this was the presentation that was presented at the Astronomical Society of the Pacific. Namika and Peter and Idris were the main presenters, and with Raphael, and then they also put us on there as well. So the Stone Edge Observatory, and Amanda will talk a little bit about this shortly. She'll introduce the Stone Edge Observatory after I talk about Slack and the Google Classroom. This is kind of what our meetings look like, as what you guys have already seen. And we're really happy that we kind of covered quite a large area, and we're excited to cover even the larger portion of Africa too. And so the international collaboration. So here we are in Williams Bay, Wisconsin. This is our little office where we are right now. And this is the Center for, can you remember what?
Basic space research?
Yeah, basic space science.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget what NASRDA Center stands for, the NSDR. But
Okay.
oh, it's
Okay. It stands for National Space Research and Development Agency.
oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go through the whole presentation if you don't want
But
to.
yeah,
but
so
just-
yeah, so some of the important slides to hit, tools that we'll all be learning, and this will actually transition nicely into talking about the classroom. So when it comes to planning our research, these are some of the tools that we use. Observing, these are the tools.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Almost.
Yeah.
Not quite. Sorry. So when we observe, these are some of the tools we use. And so this is kind of our process. So figuring out what we want to observe, actually observing it together live, looking at the data, and then doing all of the fun stuff like data analysis, like with asteroid photometry, doing the survey, the Stonehenge All Sky Survey, or SEAS is one of our project goals. As you guys notice, the All Sky Survey is the channel name that you'll see most of our important announcements in. And so there's a lot of really cool, fun stuff that we want to do. And that kind of brings us, as far as tools go, into the GLAS Education Google Classroom.
So maybe, I'm sorry, maybe should loop back and introduce the people we do have on. We would love for you to introduce yourselves and if you'll do us a favor and pronounce your names a couple of times. And we want to just reinforce that we will probably mess up your name a few times. So use the name that you really would like us to use. So don't necessarily have to go to something that we, a different name just to make it easy on us. We'll manage. We want, and I actually am looking forward to learning to say hello and goodbye in all the languages I saw listed on the survey that you guys all filled out. So we have a couple of new people and we'd love for you to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, so Sinead, you were the first new student on the Zoom room today, so we're going to have you be the first person to introduce yourself.
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. We didn't catch your name.
Okay. My name is Nnaji Chinedu Jude, but you can just call me Jude.
Okay.
Jude. I think that would be easier. So I am a student, an undergraduate student at the University of Nigeria, and I study physics and astronomy. And through some few steps and maybe applications, I find myself here and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Right.
So do we get a hello in your language or
Oh,
are
yeah.
we?
And what language do you speak usually?
Languages.
Or
Okay.
yeah.
I am my local language or dialect is Igbo, but usually we speak English to communicate with every other one person.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely you won't hear Igbo if I speak Igbo, so it's English.
Okay. Well, we would love to learn how to say hello in Igbo.
Okay, you could say ndewon, ndewon,
Yoon?
ndewo. I don't know.
Can you write it or say it?
Ndewo.
We're going to
Okay.
work on this. Maybe we can put it in the Slack. We're going to show you a Slack channel later that we're going to want everyone to help. The challenge will be teach us all how to say hello in your home language.
Okay, it's on the chat. Maybe you can look it up. Ndewo. Yeah.
Ndewu. Ndewu.
Yeah, that's hello. Yeah.
Ndewu. Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Excellent.
Thank you,
Cool.
Jude.
Thank you, Jude.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Chris, would you like to go next? Going to ask to unmute. And just let us know if you don't have a working mic so we don't um, make you try to talk when you can't.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you now.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sunday Christogonus Ndubisi, but you can call me Chris. I'm from Nigeria. I graduated from the Department of Physics and Astronomy, UNN, University of Nigeria and Soka, 2019. Yet to get into a graduate study. I worked on an astronomy project constraining cosmic parameters of supernova explosion. I am very happy and very delighted to work with GLAS for a research training and for a mentorship program. I would like to know more and learn very more, work with everybody as a team, and enhance my knowledge in research. Thank you. I speak Igbo. I'm from Enugu State. I speak Igbo. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it's the same hello. Ndewu.
Yeah. Dewo. Dalun.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, and we've got one more person.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Eze Ambrose. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, where I am now, there is no light, and that's why the background is dark. My name is Eze Ambrose, a graduate of Physics and Astronomy from University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Currently, I'm a postgraduate student, PhD precise, and also a lecturer in one of private university here. So I'm glad to be here, and also looking forward to learn from everyone that who can teach or impart positively. I speak Igbo language in my own dialect. In fact, in Igbo land, there is a difference of dialects, though we call all of them Igbo language. But when you come to Igbo land, there is a different dialect. As someone have said, hello is Ndewo.
Okay.
Some can say allow, so it's sort of something like that. But generally, hello is Ndewo.
Awesome.
So we picked the easiest word. Great.
We have 3 Igbo dialect speakers, so that's we're on. You know, and I also noticed is that we have some people who have got a lot of you know, studies in back of them, and a lot have already done a lot of work. So that's one of the things we want to make sure that we do. We want to be able to help people who are new to astronomy and want to do research, and people who already have a lot of knowledge. So we can really be flexible with this. So let us just get into it. Let's go check out Slack first. Somebody else drive.
I can do it.
Okay, Katya is gonna lead.
All right. So we have a Slack group. So
it's already up there. Actually, you might here. Actually, I'll just drive.
This is
It'll be tricky.
It's fine. I got it. I can do this. Is one challenge unlike my prelim that I can actually do.
All right. So when you hit share, do just tap 2.
Not Slack. Oh, you don't have the app.
I do, but I just use the tab.
Yeah, so we have Slack here called GLAS Education. Are all of you part of it?
Amanda, you had checked that out before. Is everyone here on this?
Oh, let me get my screenshot up.
If you are not part of the Slack, can you give us a signal?
Everyone here is part of the Slack.
Wonderful.
Yes, I recognize everybody. So.
Okay, good. So the general channel is the primary for like very much general announcements about GLAS in general. What we'll be focusing on most likely is the All Sky Survey channel, which is right here. This is where we basically communicate outside of our weekly meetings. We put reminders or images or ask questions to each other, basically anything that has to do with the All Sky Survey. If you go up here to where it says meeting notes, this is where you can find a link to the meeting notes for every meeting in case you missed something, and also a link to the Zoom in case you can't find it. So this will go to the Zoom room that we're in right now, and that is where all of our weekly meetings will be, in that Zoom room. And then here are the meeting notes. Yeah, and this has basically all our presentations and other things that we do, but the actual meeting notes are right here. And so there's a nice little directory. Woohoo, everyone who attended. And so if you need to, are we recording this, by the way?
We are.
Yes.
Okay, good. If you ever need to see whatever happened in a meeting, you can take a look here, as well as we record every one of our meetings and it gets uploaded to the Slack as well. So if you want to watch it, you can just go back to Slack and watch what was recorded.
And maybe can we go over to the YouTube channel? Should we show that?
So yeah, before we do that, does anyone have any questions?
I don't think we need to.
Oh, you don't need to?
Confusions,
All of our
comments?
videos for All Sky are unlisted, so you have to find the link in Slack to get to it.
Okay.
Unless you just want to watch our fun videos where Kanti and I talk to scientists from around the US and other places in the world. They're very fun videos, so do check them out. But otherwise, the videos that you guys will care about most are the ones that will have links posted here in the All Sky Survey channel.
There is actually another channel that we would like for all of you to join. It's called Hello, My Name Is. And so here, if you could just drop your name, how it's pronounced, anything else you want to tell us about yourself, just to introduce yourself to the group and see who else is here. And encourage all your friends that are not on this meeting to do so as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions before we go on?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Chris.
Okay, yes. Though it's not really a question, but maybe I'm actually using my phone for this meeting because my laptop there's no light where I am and my laptop is down. So I don't know. I was not able to install Slack in my phone now, so I may not be able to switch from one page to another or from one I can't minimize like go to Slack, so I'll be using my phone all through. So if there is a way to maybe keep the links in Slack, so later on when there is light, I could check it and go through.
I just added you to
Thank
the
you.
Slack channel, and as soon as this meeting is done, I'll have the video of this entire meeting uploaded so you can watch it on YouTube. So don't worry about doing anything now. Now is just kind of you can pay attention, ask questions, and you can take care of all the little things that we want you to do later on today or before the next meeting. So we'll have 2 weeks to do all sorts of fun stuff before we get to meet again.
And Chris, I want to let you know that you just made us all really happy by telling us what your challenges are. So if anybody is having a problem, or if you're just on your phone or you're not seeing something, we really appreciate you saying that to us or telling us where you're at. And that goes for any time that we're doing anything here. If we're going too fast or your sound cuts out, or if you need us to go over something again, we love when people speak up and tell us that.
Thank you very much.
All right. So one other thing to note, again, correct me if you've already said this. So there are really only a couple of channels that are important for the All Sky survey. So if you guys can see on the screen, this is my Slack. So I have to have every single channel that we have. So you guys don't have to worry about having that really long list of channels. The only ones you're going to need are hello, my name is, the general channel where you can post anything, and that's GLAS, all of GLAS. So there are students from other projects there, students here in the US that come to our office to work on student-led projects. And so you need general, hello, my name is, All Sky survey. And if you also then want to add yourself to SEO down at the there, that is also another one that hasn't been used in a while, but is one that we might revisit or find useful later on. But those are the only Slack channels that you have to concern yourself with.
Should we put them all in the SEO Slack as well, just
workspace?
preliminarily? Because I know
They're going to have to get to
yeah.
it's on that later. So we wait.
I think we should wait till the first observing night and just do
Okay.
that on the first observing
Okay.
night.
Yeah, there'll be an entirely different workspace called Stone Edge Observatory that will give you access to when our telescope is running again, which should be soon. And when we have our first observing night, or for you, it'll be midday, which is really great, or early morning, so
Lucky,
depending
yes.
on, you know. So you guys are really lucky. This will be research that you can do, you know, when you're wide awake.
Yeah. So if you ever have questions that are related to All Sky or anything, put them in the All Sky channel rather than the general channel, so that the other students don't read them, if you care. So we don't clutter that channel, basically.
Yeah, we pay attention more to that, for now, the All Sky survey channel for you guys.
Yeah. So any questions come from there.
Okay.
Hello, I think I have a question. Yeah. Okay. First, I just want to say if there is a problem if one joins all the channels on Slack, to make sure you're not missing anything you should do. And secondly, I just want to ask if you could tell what we'll be doing generally during the program, so you know what, so I will understand what specifically I should grasp or focus on while the program goes on. I don't know if you understand my question.
Yeah, I do.
Are you referring, when you're referring to the program, are you referring to the purpose of Slack, or are you referring to the All Sky survey and the project for all of us in general?
Okay. First, I was asking, based on the Slack, is there a problem joining all channels?
No, you can
And-
join any channel you want.
Okay. All right, no problem. Then about the program, I was asking if a general overview can be given so I will understand what we like by the end of the program, what should we be able to do, what should we be focusing on. I don't know.
You can
Yes.
share the syllabus, maybe, Adam.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
what we will be doing during the program, that is what I'm asking. Yeah.
yes, I understand your question now. Amanda, if you want to share your screen, we can go over the syllabus, and then also if we go over, if you want to talk a little bit about Stone Edge Observatory, I think that should answer questions.
Yeah, while you're bringing that up, I would just briefly say that the big idea here is that we provide you with access to a really good telescope and a way to analyze the data. And we help you learn any skills that you want related to that so that you can eventually publish your own research in astronomy. So that's the ultimate goal. Now, many people like you guys are coming in with a lot of skills and background in astronomy. So where you will start is different from other students. So we want to be able to do all of those, have anybody participate. So the students who have no background in astronomy will learn all the basics about the sky and how to plan an observing session. And so it's up to you to as we're having these sessions where each session will have a different goal. So we can decide ahead of time what we're going to be teaching. We might have a teaching session. One of you may be asked to teach something. We sometimes read journal articles. We practice all the skills that go into doing research. And on your own time, you do some studying with the resources that we have on the Google Classroom. And we'll go over that in a minute here. So hope that kind of helps. So
Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah. We have somebody new on?
A comment, please. Can I go on?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, if I understood what he asked, the question he asked, I think he's in opinion of maybe before the next program, if possible, to have an overview of what we are going to do before the event. And with the participants, what is expected of a kind of in the outline, you can say the participant should try this, try that before the activity. That will go a long way to help us to cope and to know what we are expected to do.
Excellent. We will do that.
Okay.
Amanda, did you want to?
Yeah, okay. So I have to go in like 15 minutes, but I'm going to quickly show the observatory and the syllabus. So you can follow along if you go on stonehageobservatory.com either now or afterwards. So don't worry. Hold on, let me turn on Do Not Disturb. So this is the Stonehenge Observatory. This is the one that we will have remote access to. It's in Sonoma, California. This is what it looks like. It's completely remotely operated. So like Kate and Adam and Katya were saying, we can access it through the computer, through a Slack channel, and we'll be able to make our own observations, which is pretty exciting. So you can find more information about the Stonehenge Observatory on this website, but let me just gloss over like a couple of small things or relevant things, I guess. It is a 0.5 meter telescope, so it's relatively big and you can do cool science with it, including photometry of near Earth objects like asteroids. You can make color images if you want to do that. You can do science on variable stars. You can also do other kinds of like other types of survey science or photometry science. And photometry just means the measure of how much light is emitted by a certain object. So the field of view, which is how big the CCD is how big the CCD is with the optics. The field of view is around 0.5 degree by 0.5 degree. So you can kind of fit around the half of the moon in it, right? Half of the moon? How big is the moon? Is the moon 0.5 degree or a degree? Okay, so you can fit approximately the moon in the field of view. It has how many filters? 7 filters, and 3 of them are SDSS filters. So I'm sure people specifically who have been working on cosmology have heard, and maybe others as well, have heard of the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. So we have the G band, the R band, and the I band, which are the same that the Sloan Digital Sky Survey uses. And this is really exciting because we can compare our measurements to the Sloan Digital Sky Survey and sort of fill out like the brighter ends that SDSS doesn't like to look at because it's so bright. But we also have some narrowband filters, the O3, S2, and H alpha. And if you're kind of lost, don't worry, we'll go over all of this later. And if I'm kind of going too slow for some people, then don't worry, we'll make it like more complicated later, or maybe you can like help teach other students as well. So O3, S2, and H alpha are narrowband filters and can kind of give you information about the gas and these sort of atomic transitions in the object that you're observing. So I'll quickly also go over, so that's the Stonehenge Observatory. And just for, if you want to see pretty pictures, which is always nice, these are some images that have been taken by the telescope and put together and colorized. So anyway, you can kind of get pretty deep. Here there was a supernova going off, so this is pretty cool, and it was over here. Anyway, so you can get some pretty cool and deep images with it. For people who already know about the magnitude system, we can reach approximately a magnitude of 17 and probably more if we stack a bunch of exposures and the night is really good and our calibration is good. So one of the things we'll be working on is figuring out how we can best calibrate our data to extract the most precise parameters possible. So this is the syllabus, and everyone can access the SEO folder on the Slack channel. And Adam, can you like show them how later? It's accessible in the info link in the All Sky survey. It's just a link to a Google Drive. So this is the syllabus that we have created. I want to stress that this syllabus is sort of suggestive. So that means that if there is a direction or if there is a question that while we're doing this, you find that it's interesting or you want to explore more, you can definitely do that. This is not something that is necessarily set in stone. It's just sort of a starting point. So the primary goal of this sort of all sky survey is literally to build a map of the sky through the lens of this observatory. So we want to, and this will enable us to do sort of larger scale science or larger scale observing things, along with specific like time variable related stuff. So here's the sort of introduction. We want to build out a map to look at the sky through the lens of Stonehenge Observatory. So we can achieve various science goals with this. Some of these include, number one, establishing a legacy database of consistently and robustly reduced data with this observatory. So this is like sort of, not only do we have a data set that allows us to see the sky, the whole sky through this observatory, it also gives us a point of reference for future comparisons if we want to make those. So let's say a supernova goes off, we can compare with this data set that we have and see that there is that there was no supernova there before and now there is a supernova. We can perform time series analyses. So that includes understanding, and this is what Nemeka, Raphael, Idris, and Peter were working on and have presented on. So they have, and I don't want to speak too much about this because they can speak about it, but they were able to present their results on asteroids at 2 conferences. So that was pretty exciting. And also we can enable follow-up observations to phenomena that occur in real time. So again, like this is kind of related to the time series thing. So things that pop up, like maybe there is a gravitational wave signal somewhere. We can also look in that direction to see if there's an optical counterpart. We can look, again, supernova I've mentioned, etc. And this is a project that has been previously worked on but hasn't been completed. We can fill in the sort of parameter space that other bigger telescopes can't reach. So that means that we can observe things that are very bright that big telescopes don't look at and very small telescopes can't see. So we're kind of in this like medium, like perfect zone to observe and analyze objects with precision that maybe bigger surveys or very small telescopes can't do that. So I don't want to kind of like be too, I don't know, I don't want to ramble. But if you check out the sort of potential project avenues, you can check what the different things that we can do here. And we started with doing timelines. So as people are developing intuitions for these projects, coding and observing our astronomy skills, we will do monthly check-ins to determine potential directions depending on student interest and progress. To close this off, like I wanted again to stress that, you know, we started with these milestones, but we realized that first of all, we want to do things that you guys are interested in. And so if there's a particular science case that you think is interesting, we would like you to explore that avenue with our support. And second of all, yeah, so these milestones were good for the first sort of couple of months, but then I think we really just dove into the research and sort of had our had our progress kind of follow the specific research path that our sort of veteran students were going through.
Month 3 was also when the telescope was taken in for repairs, which is why it ended after 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And I'm going to need to jump on and show a couple of things on the Google Classroom because Katya and I have another meeting we have to go to. So we're going to leave the questions and introduction of the new person who came on. Ulrich, I see a new person. So I'm just going to show the Google Classroom, and then I'm going to let Adam follow up with making sure that we have everyone on. So, so let me go over here, move a few things. I was trying to find our videos for you. And so you should have received a invitation to the GLAS Education Google Classroom. And when you're in this, this is your home screen. And we have, when you go to classwork, these were collected mostly by Jaden during her internship to support anything that you want to learn about Stone Edge Observatory or astronomy in terms of Stone Edge Observatory. So we talk about the magnitude scale in terms of, you know, the Stone Edge Observatory. So there's a lot of information here, and we want you to, we may assign things occasionally that we really want everybody to do, but in general, we use this to see who is accessing what sorts of resources and to put new things that come up. If there's questions or there's something new we want to learn or share, this is our place to do that and track progress. Part of the reason we want to track what people need and do is that we want to share what we learn about trying to do this kind of research over the internet and a Zoom meeting and over a big ocean with other people. And so that's part of that we're doing here. One thing that we do want you to do before the next meeting is go to this lesson called Stone Edge Observatory Students. And some of you, I should change that because you're definitely not students, you're collaborators and graduates and all sorts of things. But when you click on this assignment, then it will come up with a slide presentation. And in the slide presentation, you find if you run out of slides, you can make your own, make a duplicate of one. But I put in a number of blank slides, and I want you to just go in and put your name, something about yourself. Please share a picture, and you add your title, graduate student in astrophysics or whatever you are. That's going to look something like the leader and mentor slideshow, which is just a resource for you to see who the people are who are here to help you. So if you want to learn more about Amanda, there she is. And she's always happy. And then Katya, okay, there's Katya. There's Katya. That was her at a conference in Ohio.
I was playing wheelchair basketball.
Yeah. So, so everyone, you know, everyone that's part of this project, many of whom are not on this call today, are there so you can get to know us, and we want to get to know you. So those are the things I'd like you to check out. Our next meeting, which will be actually in 3 weeks, because we've got to get through Christmas and New
Hello?
Year. Yeah.
Hello.
So,
I won't.
so, well, we've got to go really soon here. So I'm gonna, Adam, what I want to do too is make sure that, because Katya and I do have to jump on another meeting, which usually we'd be able to stay, but it was a surprise. We haven't. So we also want to just ensure that everyone is able to get in. So I know Chris was not able to get in. We have a solution for that, and other people may run into that as well. So I'm going to stop sharing, and if you can make sure everyone can get there. So I'm
Hello,
gonna
the noise is too much. And it just mutes everybody.
we weren't able to hear that.
Someone's
Hello?
background is noisy, and I find it difficult to hear what they're saying.
I heard difficulty. And now we've got Ulrich too, we should introduce too. So I'm gonna let you take over. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go start the meeting.
All right.
I have to head out too, guys, but it was great to meet you all. And I look forward to
Hello?
everyone.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. I'm sorry for coming this late. I've actually been listening to what you guys have been saying, and it's just all about network problems here. We've got really a lot of network issues here. So, um, let me just introduce myself. I'm a high school graduate from Cameroon, West Africa, and I heard about the GLAS astronomy project through the national ambassador for astronomy in Cameroon, and so I'm here today as a result of the invitation I received from email on Gmail, of course, and I just wanted to know a little how it's going to function, like our next meetings, and like actually how it's going to take place, because I think this is my first astronomy project I'm going to undertake. So I'll be glad to know the various steps and procedures to undertake for whatever we're going to be doing here. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And unfortunately, we covered a bit of that before you jumped on, so I'll recap that a little bit. So first things first, we're going to be meeting just about every Thursday. Unfortunately, because of Christmas and New Year's, we won't be meeting the next 2 Thursdays. So we're going to have kind of a 2-week gap in between. And so our next meeting, if I check the calendar right now, our next meeting will be January 7th. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are already in, Ulrich, are you already in the GLAS Slack? Can everybody hear me okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I can.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so as long as you guys are in the GLAS Slack, we'll be posting updates. Every Monday, there'll be a little notification that goes out about the meetings that week. The only meeting you have to pay attention to is the All Sky Survey, which is on Thursdays at 6 p.m. West African time and 11 a.m. Central, where we are. And that is what we'll have to worry about. And once we have the Stonehenge Observatory back up and running, then we will have other meetings as well, and they'll usually be Friday nights, or unless there's a special occasion, we might observe on some other night in the week. It just depends on how that all goes once the observatory is back up and running, and that should be within the next couple of weeks. So hopefully by our next meeting, we'll be able to plan an observing night in which we'll be able to go out, plan what type of objects and what data we want to collect, go out all together, learn how to operate the telescope, collect the data that we need, and then learn about how to use the tools necessary to analyze that data, visualize the data, and just as Raphael, Namika, Peter, and Idris did, be able to present that research at various conferences, or just to have it on your resume going forward. So this really is more, it's not really a kind of like a class, as it is a resource for you guys to have access to modern tools in astronomy and be able to then work with us on projects like this. So I share my screen. So a lot of the things that we'll be using are really just tools for different things. So Slack is our means of communication. The All Sky meeting notes is where you can go to find out what happened at the last meeting if you weren't there. And then the classroom is where we have all of the resources that Jaden kindly put together during her internship to give us this really robust collection of different tools in order to learn different things. So Python, which is a very common tool to use when analyzing, or to even use when for data visualization, the sky surveys. So when we start putting together and really organizing the Stonehenge All Sky Survey, or the SEAS, that being able to understand background knowledge about
okay, what are all sky surveys? Why are they useful? And why are we doing one? Are kind of important things to know before we jump into a project like that. And as you go through here, you'll find all sorts of cool, interesting and useful information. And we want feedback as much as possible as you're going through this type of stuff. So if you see somewhere that something doesn't make sense or you wish there was more information regarding it, please let us know. And oh, that's not for us right now. So one thing that we want to do is make sure you go to the Welcome to Stone Ditch Observatory. And first things first, we should make sure, is everybody that's on this meeting have been able to access the Google Classroom for GLAS?
No, actually, I had a challenge. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had a challenge joining the Google Classroom because I don't know, I clicked it with the school email, UNN, that is the University of Nigeria email, but I was not able to log in. So I have to send a mail, reply a mail, the mail telling us to join. Reply the mail by saying I can't join. They say I can't access it. So, but there was no response. I have to do that on Slack channel. I think I later got a response that they have not been able to add our school. Maybe I should create a Gmail account and send the Gmail account to them. So I have not done that, but maybe later on I will check if I can still do that, or maybe if I can't still, I will create the Gmail account.
That would probably be the easiest way. I was the person who was actually putting in all of the emails for the Google Classroom and getting them listed. And for some reason, the UNN emails, Google Classroom acknowledged that they were Gmails, but it said that they were not eligible to be added to the classroom. And I couldn't find any resources in the Google Classroom help that would help find a solution. So unfortunately, if it's not too inconvenient, if you can just make any, just a generic Gmail account, send me the email address, and then I will be able to add that Gmail into the Google Classroom so that you have access to all of this.
Okay, thank you very much. I think there is a little challenge.
Oh, I think you cut out for a second.
When I was trying to join to ask, beg Chinedu here, Thaddeus, to help me with the password, or if because he was able to log in, so I asked him to maybe tell the group to help me out. So maybe I think some other persons there might have, maybe they had the same issue, they couldn't join because of the same reason, or maybe they were not able to contact any of us to help them out. So, and I know I would have gone through the Slack to know if there is a way of getting the password there, and maybe chatting there to, or requesting for the password there. But since my system is down and my phone doesn't have a Slack app, I couldn't do that. We may have somebody else there that maybe had similar issue and still was not able to join. But I don't know if maybe subsequent class, if there will be need for the password through mail in case of any inconvenience. See, maybe the person could join or something. I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I will make sure to put out whenever I send out the next time I post, I'll make sure to put the password to the classroom and make it very obvious. I might be changing it soon, just so it's something simpler, like making it 1, 2, 3, 4, or just, you know, a very simple, easy to remember number instead of a 6-digit number. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Thank you very much. Okay. This if I'm able to log in through the class Google Classroom, I'll be able to see all of these.
Yes, you'll then be able to go through all of these.
Here, right?
Some of them just take you to Google Forms that we're looking for responses from. One of the ones that, like Kate mentioned, was the student slides. Yes, so When you go here, we want you to be able to put information about yourself so we know who you are and get familiar with everybody. And I think it would just be fun so that we all kind of are able to know something about everybody. That's part of this project. But yes, please let me know if once you have a new Gmail or like just a plain Gmail and you send that to me, I will get you invited to the Google Classroom. And whenever you have time to do that, tomorrow or even this weekend, just message me directly on Slack and we can make sure you get access to all of this.
Okay, thank you very much. I may do that these nights.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And so
Oh, but
that,
sorry, I don't.
Hello. Excuse me.
oh, I'm sorry, Ulrich, could you repeat that? It was broken up and I couldn't hear it.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, Ulrich, go ahead.
I wanted to ask two questions I have in mind right now. Since the GLAS project is an international project, I was wondering if there are like various, there's like the region of the Middle East has its own group, and the region of, let's say, North America.
I'm having trouble. Am I the only one that's not getting Ulrich? Is it the internet here? Or is everybody else having trouble hearing him?
Yeah, me too. I'm also having trouble with that. I think
I also didn't get him at all. No.
Okay.
So I think his network is
let's say African, maybe we'll have like.
Maybe you could put up what he wants to say on the chat box.
Yeah, that might be useful. Yeah, Ulrich, if you can take your question, he actually, if I can't hear him, he probably cannot hear me. So let me message him.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Ulrich, if you can read the message in chat, try putting your questions in there because your audio keeps cutting out, and so we're having trouble hearing you. I'm gonna try and answer what I think you were asking in the first question about the regional aspect of this. As of right now, with how newly we've kind of grown, there is no kind of regional separation whatsoever. We do try to keep everybody's different time zones in mind, but for the most part, everybody in Africa is going to be within a couple of hours of each other, correct? There's not, how many time zones are there from one side of Africa to the other?
Okay, Adam, he just sent his link email to be added to the Google Classroom. So maybe you should on the chat box, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Couldn't invite students. And why not? Link copied. Okay, so this is the invite link for the GLAS classroom. I'm going to post this in the All Sky Survey channel Slack. So use that link and log in with whatever Gmail you choose, and that should be able to get you there. I don't know why that didn't work. Did I close? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Let's see. So Idris is invited. Ambrose was able to get on.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm already in there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then that's one less person we have to worry about getting in there. All right. Okay. And Ulrich, were you able to?
I think I sent a new Gmail ndukakuprof1@gmail.com to
Yeah.
the chat. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh, and I can also put that's our link to join the Google Classroom.
Mhm.
So actually, I'm going to check what that actually takes you to. Okay, yeah. So you just sign in, and that link will take you to Classroom, and you can use that link to join. And then make sure you guys go and put a little bit about yourselves in the student slide, and also in the "Hello, my name is" Slack channel. So fortunately, we are running out of time. So I'm just going to quickly recap for the video for anybody rewatching this later. As soon as by the January 7th will be our next meeting. By then, we want to make sure everybody is on the GLAS Education Slack, that you have put in a little bit about yourself, a phonetic way of spelling your name, just so we all know how it is pronounced. Put the languages that you speak, and if you've noticed that somebody else hasn't already put the hello in your language, make sure you also put how to say hello in any of the other languages you speak into the "Hello, my name is," and make sure that you can access the Google Classroom so that you can start going through all of those files in there. And also go ahead and take a look at the syllabus that we put together. Even go to the All Sky Survey channel. If you scroll up, you'll be able to look at videos from meetings that we've held all the way back from July and June. And you can then look at some of the all the cool things that we've done since then. And Jude, let me take your Gmail now, and I'll add you to the classroom. Are there any last minute questions? And Ulrich, if you can hear me, please feel free to just post your questions into the All Sky Surveys channel, Slack channel. Yeah, so the All Sky Survey channel. Yeah, just post your questions there, and either myself or anybody else that knows the answers will answer them as soon as possible. And Jude, I'm
Sorry,
gonna.
you talked about watching maybe a meeting before, maybe previous class studies or something. I don't know, where can we find the videos? Sorry.
Oh no, that's a great question. Couldn't invite student. That's so weird. Okay, I'll have to do that in a bit then. So let me open Slack and I will show you guys. So once you go to Slack and you log in, it comes open to the general channel. As you can see, you can scroll up and you can see all little notifications and conversations we've had for the past year and a half. If you go up, this is one of the most important channels. You want to make sure in your Slack account, you are added to the All Sky channel. If you aren't, simply hit add channels and hit browse. And if you put in All Sky, you'll see All Sky Survey here, and you can add it to your Slack, so it's over here. Now, when you go up here, you can see that this was our meeting from the practice presentation for ASP. And if you keep going up, you'll see either Amanda or myself will post a link to the YouTube link that has the video that was uploaded. And this meeting will be uploaded and saved to YouTube, and I'll put the link here in the All Sky Survey channel. And that was the meeting from the November 5th. And the farther you go up, the farther back you'll be able to see. So you can see some of the images that we were able to bring down. This is a meeting from August 20th. I uploaded it twice for some reason. And oh, this was the data from the Veil Nebula that we took. Some of the cool images we've got. Oh, that was a good one. And yeah, so here's a meeting from July 30th. So the farther you scroll up in this channel, the more you'll be able to find. Any other last minute questions?
Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm really excited to have you guys on. We're really happy to have even more people working with us and enjoying working on these projects with all of you. So for now, if you guys want to ever use our Zoom channel to communicate, if you guys want to work on some of the stuff together, just feel free to message me in Slack and I'll put it on the calendar where you guys can use this link for the Zoom channel to use to communicate between all of you.
That would be very nice. Thank you. Okay, no problem.
All right, yeah, and as I said, the All Sky Survey channel is open for any and all conversations. So don't feel shy about posting in there, and asking questions there is always a good way to get a pretty quick answer.
Okay. Thank
But with
you.
that, I'm going to stop the recording and I'll be ending the meeting. It was really nice meeting all of you, and I look forward to working with you.
Sorry, I wasn't there when you gave a introduction. Sorry, maybe don't get your name. I'm Chris. Okay.
Oh, you didn't get my name.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry about that. Yes, so my name is Adam. I'm the Planetarium and Outreach Specialist here for GLAS Education, and also one of the leaders on the All Sky Survey project. So I will be on basically every meeting you join for GLAS, and great person to reach out to, as I will almost always be on Slack as it's part of my job. And I've also been working closely with Amanda and Katya on taking observations. I studied physics as an undergraduate, and so I have a decent background in a lot of the stuff we're doing, but just like you guys, I actually learn quite a bit from Amanda and Katya every time we are on. So I'm not exactly light years ahead. I'm not a PhD candidate or anything like that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you, Adams.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Chris. Jude, and we'll see you guys all in 2 weeks. And if you guys have anything else, feel free, again, just to reach out to me.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Jude, before we dismiss, I want to thank Jude for letting me in. Actually, I don't know if I would have joined if not for him. Thank you.
Well, then I'd like to thank you too, because I'm sorry about the barriers with Zoom. Once they changed things up, we got into this annoying thing where you either got put in a waiting room and we had to always watch it, or we had to put a password on it, and we still haven't quite figured out a workaround. So I'll make sure the password's out there so everybody knows it. So when you join and it asks for a password, you can just enter it. The easiest way is if you go to Slack and you go to the general channel, or actually All Sky Survey works as well. You can go up here and it'll say Zoom link. And if you click this, that will take you straight into this Zoom room and will bypass the password.
Okay. Okay.
That's exactly what I did just this evening before I could join.
Oh, so you were able to just click the link and get right in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the one sent to my mail. That was why.
Oh, I must have sent the wrong link. My apologies for that.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so we'll see all of you guys soon. And Ulrich, sorry about not hearing your questions. So if there are still questions you'd like answers to, feel free to just post them in the All Sky channel, and I will make sure to reply to that.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have fun going through all of the fun stuff.
Okay. And Merry Christmas too, and Happy New Year in advance.
Yes, yes, definitely. Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy New Year. Enjoy the holiday season.
All right.
Thank you. This is been great thing.
This is going to be a lot of fun. All right. Take care, everybody.
Yep. Goodbye.